Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of But It's a Good Deal. So today, something came in that I ordered off of eBay. Now I saw it on Wish originally, but I hadn't placed the order. I put it in my list, but did not order it. And then I saw it on eBay for $5.99. Same price. Less the shipping because it was free shipping on eBay. So I ordered the eBay one. Plus, I don't have to wait 6 weeks. Intelligence Smart Bracelet. Is that what it says? Oh, Intelligence Health Bracelet. Sorry, I said that wrong. But it says it's got all these functions on it, according to the packaging and the description. On the webpage. It says a function is heart rate, blood pressure, step, incoming call, WeChat, QQ, Twitter, Facebook, alarm clock, photo control, sedentary reminder, and mileage. It comes in various colors. I ordered black, I think it was. I don't know. It's right here. It says, immediate action. Enjoy the quality of life. It immediately. We'll be able to live a healthier life. Let's hope so. So this M3 device, comfortable, marvelous tone quality, comfortable fit, ergonomic design. Alright, let's open it up and see what we get. That's, like, there's already, like, where it's been like pressed. You can see the lines. Where it's already been like squashed. Doesn't matter. As long as it's not damaged, who cares really? There we go. Alright. So let's take a look at the that's not English, is this English? User guide. Alright, band operation in power on state. Short touch the function key to light up the screen to default page with date and time information, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Best to wear the band after the styloid of ulna. Okay. So I guess it's talking about not to wear it, under your wrist. It's just like a watch. You should wear it on the top. I guess that's what it's talking about. Because it has a little picture there. And I'm guessing that's what they mean. Wear it like this. Please fit adjusting holes. Blah, 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 blah. Power on and off. In shutdown state, please long touch the function key over 4 seconds to start the device with vibration. In power off state, long touch for more than 3 seconds. So, okay. To enter the shutdown interface. Okay, alright. And short touch to select off. Alright. Okay, so it's... But here is the unit itself. You can see that. If it'll focus on this. Focus on this. You can kind of... Alright, well, anyway, that's the back. This is the front. And let's peel that off, because we're not going to need it. But there's the face right there, nice and shiny. Put that aside. But that's the sensor at the bottom. And there goes Evie with somebody's knocking at the neighbors. Here's the charger. It's proprietary. It's not USB, micro USB or mini or Type C. It uses this specific charger, so don't lose the charger. But if not, I mean, it's $5.99, so it's not a big deal to replace it, you know, which is a plus if it works. You're supposed to put it in here, yeah, and so it just slides right in. very easily. It kind of guides in there. I don't know if you can see the grooves with the way the light is. I can't. Sorry, you can see the grooves right here and right there. It's focusing on my face mostly. But the groove, you put it in there. There you go. And it kind of feels like you can snap in place or something. But anyway. And here's the band. Looks interesting. Feels like decent quality. It doesn't feel like it's gonna, mess up or anything. And if you notice, there's a groove here all around, and I'm guessing you would have to, use that to hold it in. That's what holds it in place, I guess. Yeah, well, it just goes in right like that. So let's see if it's got any power. Let me move that out the way. Power. No. Okay, mine did not come charged, so I will have to charge it and get back with you guys. I will go ahead and give it a charge, and I'll be back whenever it has a charge. Okay, so I charged it up for a little while, and I have some battery, and now it lights up. So I'm going to try it out and see if I can pair it with my phone. If I can get it back in the band. There we go. So it says you're supposed to use the Yoho Band app. Yoho Band. And this is what comes up. Yoho Sports. Here we go. Up. There we go. And there it is right there. And we're going to connect. Let me fix that back again. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Syncing. Bound. Okay. So it's the time and everything. It still says that it's 12:50 Saturday, September 1st. I wonder if I have to set something in here. Not even responding. There we go. So the app is incoming call. Yeah. Okay. So it has where you select the notifications you want. So it's got incoming call. Yes. Allow. SMS. Okay. WeChat, I don't have. I don't know why you brought that in. Oh. Permissions. SMS, yes. Camera, yeah. Alright, I don't do QQ or WeChat, so that's all that's gonna go. So it'll tell me if there's a phone call and if I get an SMS text, which will be fine. That's all I really need it for, since my Pebble died. This will be a good something to at least get my notifications when my phone's in my pocket. When you're at work, if you can't have, your phone out too much, at least you get notified you got something and you can excuse yourself or whatever. So I am going to go ahead and test this out. Miles, foot. Okay, so it's alright. So you set up a profile, and I'll set that up, get all this set, and see if the clock is still like totally completely wrong. But I do like the colors. It's fairly bright. You can see. Oops. There we go. Come on, focus on that. There we go. That's good enough. But anyway, you can see it there. It's not focusing today, but it's nice and bright. I'll finish charging it the rest of the way once I get it set up, and I'll start using it on a normal daily basis kind of thing, and I'll see how it actually works, whether it's actually worth the $5.99 or not. So I will be back once I'm done doing my testing. Alright. Hey everyone, I'm back. So, a couple of things that I'm going to discuss on my findings on this. Now, I've actually been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I just haven't had the time to come back and finish the video, and I wanted to give like a really thorough, usage of it, a review on that, how my experience was, and such. Now, I am going to start off with the battery life, which I find that it was fine. It worked great. The battery lasted about a day and a half. I'm going to say a day and a half. It was really closer to 2 days, like literally like 48 hours of charge time. It's very much going to depend on how many messages you get throughout the day, how much you actually mess with it, check it, and things like that. It does have the lift to, or the raise to view. You enable it in the app itself. It doesn't have the settings in the watch or bracelet. I don't know if it's really, I think it's considered a smart bracelet. But there's some settings that you'll set in the device, in the software on the phone, and some of it is on the device itself. The battery, like I said, lasted about a day and a half. You do have to charge it with a proprietary charger that came with it, and it is on the top of the watch, or it's like on the inside, the side, the head of it, which you can see here. I'm not really sure how well that's going to focus in, and as you can see, it's got like grooves that's all the way around it, and that is to help hold it in place with the band. The band, you can order different colors online. I did see on Facebook, on eBay, when I was placing the order, there was like, you might like this, one of those, a suggestion showing where, it had like multiple colors to choose from, and they were like $1 or something. I don't really remember the price, but they weren't that expensive, but I wasn't interested in getting a different color, so I didn't order one. It does, because it has the grooves on the side, it does fit very snug. As you can see, it like actually takes a little bit of effort to kind of get it around the ring itself, and once you have it in there, it doesn't like fall off or anything. Now, this always stays on, and keep that in mind whenever you have to charge the device itself. In the bedroom, there is blackout curtains, because my job requires me to get up early in the morning. I have to go to bed early in the evening, so there's blackout curtains in the bedroom, and when you have this on the charge, it's just going to beam out like a little tiny flashlight. Which isn't a bad thing. You could potentially use it as a small flashlight, but there you find there we go. And it's not super bad, but keep that in mind. If you're a light sleeper and light bothers you, you may want to figure out a way to face it down when you're charging it, or maybe cover it up, or lay it on top of something like a piece of something soft, you know what I mean, like maybe clothing or something, I don't know, just the way I ended up fixing my issue was I had on my power strip that I have there on my side, is I had to turn it on its side, and basically the charger, which is like maybe 5-6 inches in length, so the wire just stays, fairly. It's not like super flexible, which is actually pretty good quality. But you know what I'm getting at. You'll just have to figure that portion out if that's an issue for you. The band itself, I have not had too many issues with it, like just coming off. I am kind of accident prone, and I hit things and I'll rub on the side, whatever, or something might get caught on my clothes occasionally, or just on the corner of the table, and with that it will pop open the button or whatever you want to call it. Other than that, it doesn't really just fall off. So, oops, I just put it too loose. So it actually holds pretty well. So I will give it that. There's a good little snap almost, when you push it into the rubber itself. So that works fairly well. One thing I will say is it does have a lift to view function, and you do enable that in the software on the phone itself, in the settings. Doesn't always work. It works better outside, so obviously there's some kind of, it has to do with the light, which ends up, affecting the way it sees. I don't know if it sees or if it's like the overall, movement, but I do notice that it works better outside than it does inside. Like at the moment, it just turned off. At the moment, see, if not, you have to tap the touch sensor. There's a little indentation where you can see where there's an actual touch portion of it. The little indentation there, that is right here. So that activates the screen itself. Overall, the functionality, I got my messages pretty much every time until the battery runs out. One thing I do want to mention before I forget is the battery indicator is not correct at all, at least on mine. It was irritating at first not to know how much battery you have left, because it has like little tiny bars. If you can see that, I'm not really sure. It's at the bottom now because I'm holding it upside down. Let me just leave it off. So if you see that right here, there's a battery indicator. Oops. There we go. There's a battery indicator that shows up right there at the top right corner. One little line disappears, and that's it. The rest of it doesn't animate unless you have it on the charger. When you put it on the charger, the lines animate, but it doesn't give any kind of indication to how much battery is left. So once a line is gone, that's all the indication you're going to get on that screen. Sorry. Now, that in itself is irritating, not to know that, but just keep in mind it's gonna last you about a day and a half or so, maybe two. So I honestly just keep charging it every night anyway. So that's not really gonna matter at the end of the day. The indicator's not gonna be. It's not gonna make or break that part. And just know it's probably best just to charge it at night, whenever you're gonna get ready to go to bed. As far as the other functions, the blood pressure and the heart rate monitor and the steps. Heart rate monitor, not correct. I do have a pulse oximeter and everything. I am a diabetic, so I keep track of that kind of thing. Not as well as I should, but I have one. So when you tap it, it takes, it's a good little minute. It's like maybe, it feels like an eternity, but it's probably around 30 seconds or so. I haven't timed it, honestly. So, but just, you tap you go to the blood pressure or the heart rate rather, and you tap it, and it's like there, and it's counting. and then it finishes and it shows you the the results, which were always off. The blood pressure was never correct. I also do have a blood pressure machine that I have here at home. It was always wrong. It wasn't too far off, but it's not close enough. It's not correct enough for you to use it as a thing, So, is it a good deal? I'm going to say yes and no, because I consistently get my messages. Every time I get a message, through SMS or, you can enable, there is a software update whenever you first, install the software, which you would go up to the settings. Let me do this backwards, upside down. So you go to the settings, and then down here it says firmware update, and right now it's gonna say that it's up to date. Yeah, it's saying that it's up to date. So there we go. There is a few things that you can change on the software itself. You go to notifications, and you can enable what you want on there, and it's all of these things. Now, some of these have been added from the firmware update, so some of these are not available initially. You do have incoming call, SMS, WeChat, QQ, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Line. So, and you do have the option to enable the vibration, which that's the thing that I want. I don't know why you would not want it to vibrate. I guess to save battery maybe, and you can just see. But I will say that when you get a notification, you have about 3, maybe 4 seconds to view it. So there's not a lot of time on that. And then it's gone. You can tap, 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 go to the more option, and then select it. It will show you the last message you have, but only that last one, and you can only view it one time. Once you view it, it's gone. If you're getting multiple messages, it's only going to show you that last one. You can't scroll through it. There's no reply. Obviously, there's nowhere to reply on here, to do anything. There's no preset, and that is loud thunder. So sorry if you can hear that, but we're getting a bit of bad weather here today. So once the message is gone, it's gone. That is kind of a downside, but I tend to, as soon as I feel the alert, I raise the lift anyway, and it's fine. That's all I want. All I want is notifications. Knowing that I get the notification on the wrist, I have an opportunity to look. If I didn't get it, I can check it on my phone. It's not a big deal for me. I just want the notification, because there are times where I just don't have my phone. Maybe I have it in my pocket and I don't hear it. That's what I want out of a smart device, whether it be the watch or bracelet, whatever you want to call it. I want a notification saying that I got this message, because there are times when I accidentally silence this thing, or I turn down the volume, or I accidentally put it on vibrate mode, and I don't hear the text, and I don't like missing messages. So I like having the device here. So if you want it for fitness tracking, the steps, by the way, it does for the most part work. I've counted my footsteps, but how accurate? I'd say it's like 90% or so accurate. It was always like a step or two off on the plus side, usually. So it was like 1 or 2 steps up, and that was, get my steps in, But really, it was pretty accurate, but sometimes it was a step or 2 off whenever I was walking and I was counting my steps. Looked at the band and checked the steps, so it was a little bit off. So if you're gonna use it for like actual fitness tracking and stuff, I wouldn't recommend this at all. It's not super accurate by any means. If you want something for simply for notifications and a watch, look at the time. You don't have to lift up the phone and look at the time. Then by all means get one. They're $5.99. They're not bad. It feels like it's actually made fairly well. It's not gonna break with just one little hit on the table. Like I said, I've not dropped this or anything, so I don't know how durable it is, but the fact that it is surrounded by rubber is almost like having a protector on it, and the fact that the screen itself is not touch, with the exception of that one part, then you don't have to worry about that too much. It's plastic. Could it take a drop? Probably, but not much more than one or two, and it'd probably break after that. So I will say I do recommend this in that way. If you want it for fitness tracking, no, not at all. If you want all that good stuff and the things that it advertises that it does, don't do it. Don't do it. But for me, this works. I will be using this for a while until I replace it or it breaks, which I'm curious to how long it'll last. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, we do appreciate your viewing the video. We'll see you next time.